Hello everyone, and welcome! This is Matt Genzulator East, and today I am casting my first game on behalf of the Collegiate Star League. You can check us out at www.cstarleague.com. Today's game, we have Muffin playing for Dalhousie University, against Suggy playing for McMaster University. Suggy's going to be spawning as the purple Protoss at the 1 o'clock position, and at the 11 o'clock position we have Muffin spawning as the purple Terran. Muffin, he looks like he's going to come down here and do a wall off, and it looks like Suggy's going to open up with a nice little scouting probe. For those of you who don't know Suggy, he's on the Root Gaming team, which is the same team as QXC, Drooby, Kiwi Khaki, and others. And it looks like he's going to get down here, do some nice probe harassment. For those of you who don't know Muffin, neither do I. But it does look like he's going to be doing a wall off, and this probe, he still has green health, but this SCV is yellow, this one's orange, and it looks like he's just going to run around and do some kiting, keep this SCV distracted, which it looks like he's doing successfully. Meanwhile, he's macroing up. Looks like he has a nice little wall going down here. This probe just is not giving up. He's just running away, getting his shields back, and then coming back to see what distracting damage he can do. This barracks, it looks like it's in a position where it can just throw down a tech lab when it's done. Which may be possible as this refinery is coming up very early. We see this SCV came down here from Muffin to see what's going on in Suggy's base. He has a very intricate scouting path, if you will. Let's see. Suggy. His shields are up. It looks like he's going to give up now. He knows there's going to be a Reen about to come up, so he's just going to chill out, get some vision. I'm not sure if he's going to walk back off that cliff, because he knows the Marine is out. And it looks like the Marine is going to be followed straight up by a tech lab, and Muffin is going to have a second refinery going down. Naturally, Suggy already has his second assimilator up, and I'm sure Warp Gate Tech is... Nope. Oh, look at this. We see a one-gate robotics facility from Suggy, which Muffin does certainly scout. A lot of people would say this is risky, especially on close positions. They are on near positions on Delta Quadrant, but technically on Delta Quadrant, pretty much every position is near positions. It's really kind of that four-player steps of war, if you will. If we see this little one-gate robo, which was scouted by the Terran player, he's got a Reaper out to probably take down this probe, do some additional harassment if he can. But I don't think he will be able to, because this Stalker's going to be out, and if Suggy micros it right, this Reaper's pretty much ineffective. But, as I was saying, this one-gate robo, a lot of people will say that it's very risky, because it's going to result in not having a lot of units, but it's also going to result in having a very early observer. And, in my opinion, having a very early observer to scout the opponent and see what's going on is very important in terms of being safe. In fact, I'd almost say that you're safer having that early observer than you are having a giant mass of units at your base. Because if that giant mass of units is not the right mix of units to counter your opponent, then I'm not so sure it's going to be very good. So I like the early robotics facility because there's going to be that early observer, and he's going to know exactly what to build. In fact, in this situation, it's actually even more important because we see Muffin going for 2 starports. This one's going to do a little switch with the factory to get a tech lab. And we're going to see a lot of banshees, it looks like. Yep, there's one now. We're going to see a ton of banshees come down from Muffin, and those are all going to run in, see what damage they can do, pick off maybe pylons, very likely some probes. Wow. This is a pretty dedicated banshee thing going on if he has 2 tech labs, and this observer definitely sees it. This observer sees what's going on. He knows what's up. He knows there's going to be banshees, and in response, he's making a warp gate, making another warp gate, and sentry zealot, whatever. Those are low-cost units as opposed to stalkers, but I think that's because he's a little bit... No, he's not strapped for cash at all. If I were him, I'd be throwing down a couple stalkers because I see the 2 starports. They both have tech labs now, and he knows that there's going to be heavy banshee play. And yep, here's a natural going down. We got 2 stalkers, 5 sentries. I guess that's enough to take down a couple banshees, but if we see any of these units lost, these 7 units here lost, to this little setup here, these 3 banshees that it looks like Muffin's gonna have are just gonna clean up the rest of this. But here we go, he's coming in, he's doing a little push. Muffin's gonna lose a tech lab, almost. There it is, tech lab's down. Banshees are doing wonderful harassment. Wow, beautiful force seal, just locked in a couple units here to seal their fate so they could die. And these banshees are just trying to push this force away. He still has 3 sentries and a stalker, but to be honest, these 3 banshees here, if this one gets repaired, he could just take down the stalker, take down the sentries, just brute force his way through this little force here. And if this was repaired, he could probably do that without losing much. Alternatively, he's deciding that he's going to go for the base, see what type of harassment he can do. He's going to run over to this pylon, snipe it off. Fortunately, Suggy knows what he's doing. He saw this coming, so he has way oversupply. So when this pylon goes down, I don't think he... No, that pylon's not going to... Okay. So this pylon, it looks like it's going to go down. And when this goes down, he's going to be just perfectly supply blocked. He's not going to be in the red or anything, but he's just barely supply blocked. 67, 68. We got some heavy gas. He really wants that gas fast now that he has this protected expansion. The refineries seem to be top priority. He's already up 400 gas, no minerals, but he really wants that gas because he has these 2 starports here. What I'd really like to see at this point, whoa, lots of banshees. This is a giant number of banshees, and it looks like they're gonna get a bunch of probe kills. There's several probe kills. I think you could even just go in and take down these stalkers just straight up. There's 1 stalker up. 3 coming in to support from up here. Stalkers, I think they picked off a banshee. That's nice. This one has 7 kills, 3 kills, 5 kills. Wow. These are some pretty effective banshees. They're really doing their job. If you look at the harvesters count, Suggy's still ahead in harvesters, but not by the same lead he had a minute ago. Muffin's gonna bunk down here. Feels very confident having this upper ramp with the 2 bunkers, and this, he feels like if he keeps the banshee harassment up and Suggy stays on his feet, I mean, let's see how many kills these banshees have. This one has 9, this one has 6, the other one had a lot more than both of those. He just probably got about 30 probe kills or so, which was really getting away with murder. This little base here, if there were some other Phoenixes, he could probably pick up some SCVs, do a little bit of harassment, but it looks like a missile turret is going to go down to prevent that from happening. 4 banshees and more are coming. Nope, this is a Viking, just to back him up to take out that Phoenix. That's a great response to the Phoenix. The Vikings do extremely well against Phoenix, unless the Phoenix is very expertly microed, in which case Vikings can get taken down pretty easily by Phoenix. Let's see, we get starting to accumulate a big mass for Suggy. We see there's no Colossus tech yet for Suggy. Oh wait, there it is. But it's relatively late for Colossus tech in Protoss vs. Terran. I mean, a lot of Protoss really push that Colossus advantage against Bioballs, but I really approve of Suggy's decision not to go for those early Colossus, because, as you can tell, you've seen the Banshees, and you've also seen that, if we look at Muffin, there's no huge Bioball. Often, even Terran players who do go for the 1-1-1 or the tech build, they're still going to have, at the 15-minute mark-ish, they're still going to have a pretty sizable Bioball. But in this case, this Bioball is not very big, so Colossus aren't really the appropriate counter to this type of unit distribution. These 3 Phoenix, they're picking up Marauders. I prefer they picked up these 2 Siege Tanks, because the 2 Siege Tanks have been laying back and laying down fire, and it would have been very helpful if the Phoenix really picked them off first bang. And, wow. Muffin just lost his natural expansion. Well, at least he lost his 3rd anyways. I'm not sure if this counts as a natural, or this counts as his natural. I guess he has 2 naturals. I guess we can call this his 3rd, and this is 2nd. But he lost his 3rd. And unbelievable, he has a backup command center coming in to become his new 3rd. I find that really amusing. He actually had 4 command centers and 3 bases, just in case a command center got picked off. I like that. So now Suggy came back. Looks like he's still hurting from that Banshee harassment. He's not even close to being fully saturated. What's going on? This Reaper's continuing to hold the vision at the center of the map, keep that map control, and we're seeing a planetary fortress morphed. When this P-Fort is done, it's going to be nearly impossible to push into this front door of Muffin. So Suggy's going to have to do some harassment, find some roundabout way to kill Muffin, maybe get some Colossus walking up this cliff, walking up this cliff. The missile turrets do attack the Colossus, which is pretty effective. Someone is pinging the mini-map right now, actually, and we can see that Suggy took down the destructible debris, and it looks like that gold base that he opened up, he's going to go ahead and take it. So he's behind in bases. His 3rd is only going up right now, whereas if you look at Muffin's 3rd, it's about halfway saturated. It's on its way to being saturated. So the Terran player is ahead in basis, and is ahead in workers by about 10, which is really quite a big deal, because generally you'd expect, in an even game, generally, Protoss is ahead on workers by about, I don't know, 5-10%, and he'll be ahead on basis. In this position, if you have a 3-base Terran against a 3-base Protoss, generally the Terran is the advantaged player in this situation. Really, a Protoss player wants maybe 4-5 bases if he's going to be able to answer to a high-level 3-base Terran player. These Banshees, they're coming back for more. They continue to get pro kills. This one has 2. This one has 4. This one has 5. Wow, he's just relentless with these